What's going on, Ghost Squad? Trey here with Ghost Tactical to do a review on a gun that I personally don't own. It's on loaner from a friend of mine. You might know him out there on YouTube as Gun Loving Grandpa Stanley, and Buck lives about 45 minutes from me, and he came up and we had a little fun shoot and shot together, and he brought a gun that he thought I might like, and sure enough I did. He let me shoot it on a couple different drills and could put some rounds through it, and then at the end he said, why don't you keep it for a little bit, put some more rounds through it, and do a review on it. So I was really happy to do it, and it is the Canik TP9. Now this is the DA model, and I really enjoyed shooting this gun. I really had never shot a Canik before. I've always been interested in them, and they're actually on my list to get in 2019. I'd really like to have maybe a Combat Elite. I'm really enjoying playing with this, and thank you to Buck for letting me bring it home for a week or two and let me kind of get some rounds through it and have a good time with it. Now, before we get going, we always do a safety check so we don't freak out the snowflakes out there in the YouTube lands, but there are no rounds in the magazine, nothing in the chamber. We are good to go. Well, guys, those of you that aren't familiar with Canik, this is a polymer framed handgun with a stainless steel slide, and it is a really nice full-size gun. It's the barrel's probably a little over 4 inches. The overall length is a little over 7 inches, so it is definitely a full size. It can be used for concealed carry if you want to. I personally probably wouldn't. I might carry it outside the waist or something, but this would be more of a fun toy and a truck gun or something like that. But I really enjoyed this, and we're going to get with the trigger here in a little bit because that is a remarkable asset to this gun. But we're going to get to the trigger here in a little bit. But let's kind of go over some of the features real quick. Like I said, the frame is polymer. It does come with adjustable back straps that you can put different ones in to fit your hand. The texture on the grip itself, it's about normal. It's nothing too smooth. It's not overly aggressive. It doesn't feel bad at all. It feels pretty good. The sights on this thing, the rear, as you can see, are blacked out, and the front sight is white, so you can kind of see the white, but the rear sights are already blacked out. It came this way, I'm assuming. I don't think Buck has done a whole lot to this gun, so I'm pretty sure how it is how it came. As far as the capacity, I think Buck said it came with two 18-round magazines. I believe it came with a Kydex holster, which he said he is not using, but it did come with a holster, so that's interesting. Most guns don't come with holsters, so I kind of like that. I like the fact that they're at least giving you something that you can carry right away with, so you don't have to go and buy anything. So I wish more companies would do that, actually. Let's talk about this trigger for a little bit. This trigger is actually surprisingly awesome. Buck said that I like it. He said that he knows how much I like the Walther trigger, and he said that this would give it a little bit run for its money, and he's right. I mean, I still think the Walther is probably a little bit better, but this is a really, really good trigger. It is double action, single action mode. So right now, in single action mode, you can see there is a trigger safety on there in single action mode. There is a decocker right there. So now we're back in double action. Obviously, there is no safety in the double action right here. Okay. Now, what I like about it is when we're in single action, it is a very, very smooth trigger. Okay. Now, the reset is minimal. It's right up there with the Walther. It's not much more than 1/10 of an inch. It may be actually even less than that. It is amazingly small reset. So I love that, especially if you're going to use this as a race gun or something. Use it in competition. That reset, it is immediate, and I really enjoyed that side of it. As far as the trigger goes in the double action, very little take up at all. As you can see, very little take up. Now there is quite a bit of creep, but it's double action mode right now. So, but that trigger pull is smooth. Now once we go back into single action, man, this thing, it's butter. It is absolutely a beautiful trigger. It feels good. Like I said, the reset is so minimal that almost all you have to do is just to barely take it out, and you're in reset. So I really do like that. As far as cleaning this gun or taking it down for maintenance or whatever, they've made it extremely easy. It's almost dummy proof. Just saying that there's right above the trigger well, there is a little tab that you're going to pull down. So all you got to do is pull that trigger, pull that down, and it pulls right off. Very, very simple. You got the slide here. It's very, very easy. Anyone can do it. Put it back in. You're good to go. So what I like about it is a very simple gun, but it is a very effective gun. It does have a Picatinny rail underneath the slide here in case you want to attach a laser or a light or whatever you want to attach to, whatever you want. But it does have a little rail down here, which I like. The mag release button is right here, and it is a large square, so it is a little bit bigger than the average gun, which I like, especially if you maybe have small fingers. It is definitely easy to find. So it's right there. Magazine goes in and out, pops in really easily. So I like that. You don't have to worry about having to shake it all the time. It's going to pop right out for you. So I like that side of it. The slide itself does have rear serrations. Okay, it doesn't have the front serrations, but it does have rear, so however you want to run it. It's very, very simple. Locks back real easy. Comes out of slide lock very easily as well. So I really do like this gun, and I'll definitely be looking to get into one in 2019. The DA model is great, but I definitely think that I'm going to be looking at maybe the Combat Elite or one of the other models. I do like this a lot. And for, Canics are not going to break the bank as well. You can get them for, under probably 500, about 450 bucks, sometimes cheaper, depending on where you find it. But Canics are really going to be a quality gun. I had never shot one, and I'd heard how quality they are. But until you shoot one, guys, you're really never going to know. But this trigger is really good. It is right up there with the Walther trigger, and I say that in all seriousness. Everyone kind of knows how I feel about that Walther trigger, but this trigger is phenomenal. So I am really looking forward to getting into a Canik TP9. I think it would be a great gun to go train with, to use in different competitions possibly. More importantly, I think it's going to be a great gun for home defense, self-defense as well. So the trigger is amazing. It's a very simple gun. There's not a whole lot of flash to it. Like I said, double action, single action modes are there. This trigger is unreal. Once again, let's go to this reset again. I barely even moved. And it's right back in game. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to get my hands on one of my own. Thank you to Buck Stanley for allowing me to take this home and mess with it for a little bit and do a review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you're really looking for a great gun that won't break the bank, go check out the Canik TP9 or any of the Canik products. I can't imagine that all of them aren't going to be amazing. Like I said, this is the only one that I've ever played with. But I'm definitely going to go get me a TP9 in 2019. I cannot wait. This is a great gun. Well, guys, I hope you have a wonderful New Year's. Please be safe on New Year's Eve and enjoy your family and friends. Have fun, be safe. Get out to that range and get some shooting in. And as always, train often, train safely, and be a warrior. Semper Fi.